Hey, hello everyone. My name is Araisha Rohasha, and today I'll be presenting a game theory analysis on one of Indonesia's most iconic business rivalries, which is Indomie versus Mie Sedaap. We'll explore how two dominant instant noodle brands compete in a highly concentrated market and how game theory can help us understand their strategic decision. And this presentation is part of my mid-exam video assignment for the course of Economic and Business Landscape Analysis. And let's get started. Okay, to start with some context, Indonesia is the second largest instant noodle market in the world. And this highlights the scale and significance of competition in this industry. And the market is highly concentrated with two main players, which is Indomie, produced by Indofood, and Mie Sedaap, under the Wings Group. Together, they control the majority of the market. And because of this structure, the industry fits the characteristic of an oligopoly, where the strategic decisions made by one player directly affect the other. And that's where game theory comes in. It gives us a framework to understand how these companies might behave when their actions are interdependent and competitive. Okay, so in this slide, this slide actually gives a closer look at the market structure. So based on the industry data, Indomie controls around 70 to 75% of instant noodles market in Indonesia, while Mie Sedaap holds approximately 15 to 20%. As shown in the line chart, Indofood has maintained a stable lead from 2012 to 2017. Meanwhile, Wings Group, which owns by Mie Sedaap, has maintained a stable lead from 2012 to 2017. And it shows a slow but steady increase in market share. Beside that, we also include a brand positioning snapshot, and this positioning is actually assumed based on strategic analysis and observable market behavior, including brand communication, advertising tone, and also product development trends. So, Indomie actually focuses on the mainstream mass market, leveraging volume and long-standing loyalty. And on the other hand, Mie Sedaap plays the challenger role, using innovation and aggressive promotion to gain traction. And the implication is also clear. In this kind of oligopolistic competition, every move made by one player is carefully watched and often responded to by the other. And strategic interdependence is the norm. Okay. Next, in this slide, I actually divine the two strategic choices that each company can make, which is aggressive promotion and new variant launch. I chose these two strategies because they reflect the most common approaches we see in Indonesia's instant noodle industry today. Both Indomie and Mie Sedaap have used aggressive price promotions, especially during product campaigns and flash sales. These tactics helps them quickly attract price-sensitive consumers. Meanwhile, launching a new variant has also been a major strategy for both players. Brands regularly introduce creative flavors, premium packaging, or like limited edition releases to remain relevant and to differentiate themselves from competitors. And these two options also represent a strategic trade-off. Promotion is usually short-term and volume-driven, while for the new variants are more long-term and also like brand building in nature. So in this analysis, we will assume that both Indomie and Mie Sedaap have to choose between these two realistic strategies, and we will explore how their choices interact using a payoff matrix. Okay, so this is the payoff matrix I have constructed in this for this case. It shows the possible outcomes when each company chooses either promotion or launching a new variant. And I want to emphasize that the numbers in this matrix are assumed and estimated. They are not exact profit values, but it's more like based on logical reasoning drawn from consumer behavior, brand power, and historical trends. For example, aggressive promotion is assumed to deliver quick traction but reduce margin, while new variant launches contribute to long-term value but take longer to build momentum. And these payoffs are structured to reflect realistic trade-offs in the strategy, not just idealized theory. Okay. So let's take a look at this payoff matrix. And we will start with the top left cell, which is the 20 and 15. So this outcome, um, when both Indomie and Mie Sedaap choose to go with aggressive promotion. So for Indomie, I estimated the payoff to be 20. Even though they enter a price war, Indomie benefits from its dominant market position and loyal customer base, and they still secure a strong outcome, although their margins shrink. While for Mie Sedaap, their payoff is 15. They gain some market share from aggressive promotion, but their smaller brand presence means they absorb a larger hit to profitability, and their gain is more limited compared to Indomie. And this reflects how price wars tend to hurt smaller players more, even if both parties pursue the same strategy. Okay, next, let's look at the top right cell. Okay, so this happens when Indomie chooses aggressive promotion, while Mie Sedaap chooses to launch a new variant. In this case, Indomie goes all in with the price discounts and promotions without any direct promotional competition from Mie Sedaap. Because of this, Indomie captures a larger share of the price-sensitive market and sees a significant short-term gain, hence the high payoff of 25. Meanwhile, Mie Sedaap focuses on flavor innovation, but their effort is largely overshadowed by Indomie's discount-driven momentum. Despite their attempt to differentiate, they lose attention and visibility during the promotion wave. That's why the payoff is relatively low at 10. And this scenario highlights the risk of not matching an aggressive move in a highly competitive market. Next, let's take a look at the bottom left cell, which is 15 and 20. This is where Indomie goes with a new variant, while Mie Sedaap chooses for aggressive promotion. Here, Mie Sedaap's promotion helps them grab some market share and gain traction quickly, resulting in a relatively higher payoff of 20. Meanwhile, Indomie focus on launching a new variant. It slow downs their short-term gain, and their larger base actually cushion the impact. But traction takes longer, so I have estimated their payoff to be 15. And it reflects how the more aggressive player in the short term often wins momentum, especially when the other player um, when the other is playing a long game. Okay, next. Finally, let's look at the bottom right cell. So this happens when both Indomie and Mie Sedaap choose to launch new variants. I think that this mutual investment in innovation creates a more balanced competitive dynamic. Both players are contributing to brand differentiation and long-term value. So the payoff for both is relatively high, like 22 for Indomie and 18 for Mie Sedaap. However, it's not the highest immediate payoff either brand can achieve because innovation takes time to gain market response, but still, it's a more sustainable and strategic scenario, especially in saturated market. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let's analyze whether Indomie has a dominant strategy. And to do this, we compare its payoffs across each possible choice of Mie Sedaap. First, when Mie Sedaap chooses promo, here. Right. Okay. So, when Mie Sedaap chooses promo, we can see at this table, Indomie gets 20 when they are using promo, but they only generate 15 payoffs if they choose new variant. So in this case, 20 is better. Okay, 20. 20 is better than 15. So we can conclude that the dominant strategy here is promo. And then we can see from, okay, then we can see if Mie Sedaap is choosing the new variant. Indomie gets 25 if they choose promo, but they only generates 22 payoffs if they choose new variant. So in this case, promo is better than new variant. So promo better than new variant. So we can conclude that no matter Mie Sedaap are doing, the dominant strategy would be promo because they are generating more payoffs no matter no matter what strategy the Mie Sedaap is doing. So, okay, so in this case, Indomie's dominant strategy would be promo because they generate higher payoff regardless of Mie Sedaap's move. Okay, let's see. And then let's analyze dominant strategy for Mie Sedaap. We actually do the same for to see the dominant strategy of Mie Sedaap. Let's see when Indomie go aggressive promo. We can see that Mie Sedaap is generating higher payoffs, which is 15. And this is better than the new variant, which is only 10. And then we see from, okay, then we can see if Indomie choose new variant, the payoffs when Mie Sedaap doing promo is 20. And in the Mie Sedaap, when they choose a new variant, it's only 18. So we can see that Mie Sedaap is getting a higher payoffs when they choose promo. Okay. So for the conclusion, Indomie's I'm sorry. Okay, so Mie Sedaap actually have a dominant strategy, which is aggressive promotion because they generate higher payoffs regardless of Indomie's move. Okay, so and then let's see from the Nash equilibrium. So a Nash equilibrium actually occurs when neither player has an incentive to change their strategy unilaterally. So in this case, both players have a dominant strategy, which is going promo. So their pair in this Nash equilibrium is going promo. But actually, however, there is a catch. If both have had chosen a new variant, their total payoff would be higher because, okay, let's see from this. Because when they go, their Nash equilibrium is actually this because their dominant strategy is promo. So this is the pair of Nash equilibrium. But if you see 20 plus 15, it's actually 35. But if they go new variant and new variant, they actually generating more because 22 plus 18 is equal 40. So this is I'd like to highlight that if both had chosen new variant, the total payoff would be higher. However, the mutual trust is actually required to get there. So each player actually fears of being undercut if the other defects. Like they are scared of the incentive to cheat of other players. So actually, this is a textbook example of prisoner's dilemma in real life. Okay. Okay, so these are the strategic implications that I have concluded from this presentation. This analysis actually gives us four key insights. First, oligopolies often end up in a non-optimal equilibrium because of fear of being undercut or fear that the other will cheat. And second, the incentive to cheat is actually real because each brand is tempted to break cooperation to chase short-term individual gains. And third, there is a potential to move toward mutual gain, but it requires implicit coordination or reputation-based trust. And the fourth, in this specific case, while flavor innovation builds long-term brand loyalty, price-sensitive consumers still respond more to aggressive promotions. That explains why pricing wars dominate. And lastly, to wrap up the presentation, game theory shows that rational players can still end up in suboptimal outcomes. And the key force at play is strategic interdependence, especially in oligopoly markets. And finally, this case shows how pricing wars can prevail even when better alternatives like innovation exist. And these are the references that I used when constructing this presentation. And that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I really enjoyed preparing this analysis, and I hope it gave you a clearer picture of how game theory applies to real life business rivalries. Have a great day.